All right, in the last lesson, you learned how to create a shortcut so that you can open up the Excel spreadsheet program. In this lesson, we're going to create a sample file. We're going to learn to save it properly, and then we're going to learn to send it, because all of the programs and assignments in this course will be submitted through Canvas. So it's going to be very important that you manage your files correctly and that you're able to send them correctly, because that's how you'll get credit for them. So this video you may need to watch a couple times because it may be one of the most important ones that we cover. Okay, in the last lesson we created our little shortcut down here on the taskbar for Excel. So we're simply going to click it and it's going to open up the Excel program. As we mentioned, this is a spreadsheet, and we are just simply going to do one thing with this. Is in the very upper left corner, you're simply going to type your name. And whenever you type something and press enter, it'll go into a cell. You'll be learning more about that later. But right now, this is just to get a sample file and to send it. That's all we're trying to accomplish right now in this lesson. All right, now to save it, very similar to what we do with other files like Word. So you'll just go up here to File, Save. And this is real important that you save your files in a location where you can find it. Now, if you'll look down the left side, all of you right under Computer should see your username, and this is called the network drive. And I highly recommend that this is where you save all of your files, because when you save it on the network drive, it actually doesn't save it on the computer. It saves it on something called a file server, which is located in another part of the school. And when things get saved on the file server, they're much safer, because if your computer were to go bad or break, then your file would still be there. Or if I have to move your seat, your file would still be there. So I highly recommend that you save your file on the network drive. And in order to get it on the network drive, you need to find your username down here. And I'm just going to double click. And you can see I've got all kinds of stuff on the network drive. You are probably not going to have all this. Okay? All right, the next thing that I recommend when you open up the network drive is to create a folder for this class. Now, I don't care what you call it. You can click New Folder. If you want to name it Computer Skills or something like that, or if you want to name it my last name, Huebner, so that you know it's for my class, that's fine. For this demonstration, I'm just going to put Huebner 2016. And once I name my folder, I'm going to press enter. Now, to get the file inside the folder, I'm going to double click, and that'll open up my my folder for me. And now the next thing we need to do is name this file. And I'm just simply going to name it sample. Actually, sample spreadsheet's probably a good idea. Okay, so I've got the location where I want it to go, and I've got the name of the file, and then I'm going to go ahead and click save. Okay, all right, I'm going to close this out now. All right, my next step is, now that I've created my file, I'm going to learn how to submit the file so that I can get credit for it, because all of these will be graded. In order to submit, you're going to go to today's assignments, and if you were absent, you will see the assignments will get moved up each day, and I'll explain that later. But you'll see right here that we have a sample Excel file is the assignment, so I'm simply going to click on it. Okay, and I'm going to go up here to where it says Submit Assignment. Okay, and it says no file has been chosen, and I have to choose the file that I want to submit. So I'm going to click this little button that says Choose File, and I'm going to go back to the location. This is why it's so important to know where you saved your file. And I'm going to go back to my network drive, And I'm going to go back and find my Huebner 2016 folder, double click that. There's my sample spreadsheet. I'm going to double click that. And now you can see that the name of the file right here, sample spreadsheet. And the last thing I need to do is click submit assignment. And up here, you'll get a, if you did it correctly, you'll get a green check that says that it has been turned in. It's got the date, it's got the time. There's no saying, well, I turned it in. Well, if you don't get this, you didn't turn it in. And then I will receive your file so that I can grade it. So that's really all there is to creating an Excel spreadsheet, saving it, and submitting it. This, like I said, may be one of the more important videos of this whole class. If you don't understand this, I would redo this. Watch this video a couple times if necessary. And later in the year, if you ever are forgetting how to submit a file, rewatch this. Okay? So, from here on out, almost every assignment will be doing something very similar to this. You'll have your assignment, excuse me, you'll save your file, you'll submit your file. This is how you get credit for turning in your work. Okay, that's it.